Hey, this is this. I'm just gonna make guess a, I don't know, long short video on something that gotten my attention as of lately, and I really been needing to make a video on this anyways. And it's just me talking, I guess. So it's just random crap. Most of you will probably ignore. But anyways, about the whole Bluetooth. I remember when I was making videos a while ago, then I pretty much hated it. And my opinion has changed and has not changed on Bluetooth. And there's a lot of reasons why. First of all, Apple's Magic Mouse really needs a fucking update badly. And it's going to end up with a lot because there's a lot of power drainage problems going on. And then there you got the Wii U Pro controller. And here's the thing: I got the Wii U Pro controller, and I managed to get it on a pretty good deal. I'm not going to spare you the details, but I didn't really spend as much money on it. But I do agree that the Wii U Pro controller is a little bit overpriced. Okay, it's extremely overpriced. But for what it's worth, it's a damn good controller. And it's got an 80-hour battery life. It's a little bit heavy, but not too heavy. And it's a really good controller all around. And I know it's overpriced because, I mean, even though it's got the newer Bluetooth, which I'm going to get into that in a minute, it's got all the same old ins and outs that all the other controllers have, except for its rumble feature, which is kind of proprietary to Nintendo, and it works very well, by the way. And I know what you're going to say. Sony and Microsoft got sued, and you know, but Nintendo created their own Rumble and their own Rumble technology, and Microsoft and Sony borrowed their technology from another company, and that company, I don't remember the name, ended up suing Sony and Microsoft. Microsoft settled out of court before the lawsuit went, and Sony tried to fight it, pretty much lost, and then ended up settling out of court as well. Basically, the Xbox 360's controller and the PlayStation 3's DualShock, their shock abilities on them are identical. There's nothing the same, and they're pretty much the same technology. The only one that's different is the Nintendo Wii U's, or just Nintendo in general. They've got their own proprietary, and it's their own patent. So yeah, they can do whatever they want with it. And as for everybody saying, "Oh, the A and B and all that button has all been inverted," try to remember that Nintendo came out with their consoles, the Super NES with the triangle design well before Xbox came out with theirs. So it's the other way around. Microsoft inverted all their buttons. And that's another thing. I'm getting sick of all these Microsoft fanboys who think that their Xbox 360 is so original that they pretty much came up with all their technology well before even the Super NES and all this other tech. I mean, give me a fucking break. But anyways, and of course, the Wii U Pro controller lasts about 80 hours, which is, by the way, true. That's no fucking lie. It really does last 80 fucking hours. Now, the gamepad only lasts 4 to 5 hours, and I agree with everybody on this, even the Nintendo haters who are basically saying that they put in a shitty battery in their gamepad. That is unfortunately true. Nintendo did put a shitty battery in their gamepad. I can't deny that part. But, like any other good controller, you can at least plug it into a wall, and if you're at a good distance between your wall and yourself, you're really not that bad of an. You're not that oddly fucked. I mean, the damn thing plugs right in the top of it. But to let you know, despite the shitty battery, the gamepad does run on a combination of Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, which is kind of odd. And this was found out when they pulled apart the Wii U and the Wii U gamepad, that they found it had the same Wi-Fi that's inside the Xbox 360. and as well as a Bluetooth connector inside both the gamepad and the Wii U console itself. Kind of odd. The problem is that the anything with older Bluetooth, the Apple Magic Mouse, it will still suck batteries out like it's nothing, along with the you know wireless keyboard of theirs. And of course, the Wii U is using a more newer Bluetooth connector, and of course, it's very backwards compatible with its older Bluetooth companions, which is good. But that means that if you use your old Wiimotes and think that it's going to save battery just by plugging it into your Wii U, think again. That's no, no. It's still going to end up losing battery power. It's got the older Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth that's inside the Wii U console see it and go backwards compatible, just like USB. Like when you hook a USB 3.0 hard drive into a computer that only has USB 2.0. But yeah, those Magic Mouse, seriously. And what's even more weirder, and I don't get this on Apple's point. My iPod Touch, along with all the new iPhones and all that, they have the newer form of Bluetooth. And I don't know about the computers. My computer was made in 2008, so it's got the older Bluetooth. But yet, the hookups to iTunes. I mean, I get the idea of plugging it into one USB into another USB device to charge it up, and of course, to get it to talk with iTunes, I have to plug it in forwardly to the USB device, but I can't do it through the Bluetooth, or make any backups of my iPod Touch through via Bluetooth. It doesn't make sense. I have to physically hook the damn thing up. I mean, I hooked my iPod Touch Bluetooth wise, and it won't even try to even attempt to use Bluetooth as a mirroring effect. Mirror. It goes through the Wi-Fi instead. It goes to the old Ethernet Wi-Fi connector, which is kind of laggy, and I just don't understand why it does that. And I mean, and of course, with the newer Bluetooth stuff, I mean, my Wii U Pro controller can last about 80 hours. And I wouldn't be shocked if I would see PlayStation 4, which uses the older Bluetooth, is why it's having major battery problems, come up with a device that's, with the more updated Bluetooth. And seriously, I wouldn't be shocked. And I wouldn't even be even more shocked if they said that they had controls that would last 80 or maybe even more hours. And I wouldn't even, because the newer Bluetooth is more reliable than the Wi-Fi stuff is right now. And that includes the technology that's inside the Xbox 360, which is why you guys have little headphone jacks on there, because you can't hook up Bluetooth devices or any kind of head jack straight into. Well, you can plug it straight into the Xbox, but mostly you just can't really transmit a Wi-Fi signal on a headset. It's kind of hard, or you just have to jump through hoops to even get that to work. And the reason why most people who have to hook up their 360 controllers to their computer or Mac, PC or Mac, and mainly because they have to plug it in straight to the USB plug, because Macs have Bluetooth, not Wi-Fi, or need to use a dongle, which is just not good. But those PS3 controllers, pretty much you can just use them on Mac, certain PCs that have Bluetooth, but their battery lives are complete shit. I can't wait until somebody comes up with some good drives for this Wii U Pro controller. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see Microsoft's next gaming console where they switch from the Wi-Fi controller base to a more Bluetooth controller base. And now I can pretty much right now imagine all the Xbox 360 people imagine wanting to wrap their hands around my neck and say dies inside this. But it's true. The old Wi-Fi is just becoming more and more less reliable, And Bluetooth is actually starting to become a better technology. And, you know, the PlayStation 3 is not a very good reference because it's an older Bluetooth model. And yeah, the Wii U's got a better Bluetooth model. And of course, an 80-hour battery life. Except for the gamepad, but they put in a shitty battery and crossed it with Bluetooth and Wi Fi. I don't get why they did that. But yeah, the older Bluetooth models, especially within the PlayStation 3, it's not that great. It's actually a lot worse. But the newer Bluetooth stuff, in the new iOS, maybe the new Macs, and of course the Wii U and all that, is much, much more powerful, much more better, and they just don't suck up very much power life and battery life as the older Bluetooth models did. So that's all I have to say. See ya.